Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Friday morning, and I'm outside with my dog. Just literally crawled out of bed, can't you tell? So I'm going to do something a little bit different today, something that I don't think I've done on this channel. I'm going to record a detailed day in the life from the moment I wake up and have my coffee until I go to bed at night. Obviously, I don't do the exact same things every single day, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing today, throughout the day. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to talk to you about the importance of prioritizing sleep. And tonight, I want to show you my bedtime routine and what I do in the evenings to wind down so that I can prepare myself to get a really good night's sleep. So follow me along today, and I will show you my entire day. I'll be back. Look at this beautiful view. Look at the calmness of the water. You can hear the birds. So relaxing. Something we like to do in the mornings while we're having our coffee is get in the hot tub. So Ed's out there already. I'm gonna go out there and join him. Got my coffee. After we got out of the hot tub, I got dressed and took care of my animals. I always do that first thing in the morning. I feel like I have a farm sometimes. I take care of Manna. I clean out her bowls and give her fresh food and water for the day. Manna's our bird. If you are new here, she is a green cheek conure, and she loves my husband, and I'm her maid. Then I take care of Callie and Sapphira, my cat and dog. Make sure they have their food and water for the day. Make sure that the litter box is cleaned out. I didn't think you wanted me videoing all of that. So got that all done, and now I'm sitting at my desk. I like to take a little time in the mornings to catch up on emails, catch up with my clients. I am a health coach. I help guide and encourage women who want to regain their health back. This is one of my favorite things to do since I have unexpectedly stumbled on this career path. 4 years ago, I started out making some little YouTube videos because I just wanted to share my story, to let people know how my body healed and how I feel incredible, and share some recipes. And it just spiraled very quickly into writing a couple of small cookbooks and becoming certified to become a health coach so that I could help others learn how to do this for themselves. I used to be a hairdresser, and I was ready to retire. Ed was getting kind of close to retirement, and we were thinking about retirement and just enjoying life. And this all happened, and now I have such a passion that there is no way that I would retire yet from doing this, because I love it so much. I love helping women achieve their goals. I love hearing stories from women that they feel better, they are off of their medications, they're able to play with their grandkids, they're able to fit in that favorite dress that was hanging in the back of their closet that they couldn't fit into before. It inspires me to just keep going, and I love it so much. So I take time every morning just to catch up with emails, clients, anything else that's going on with the business. And then I get down to the real business, and that is reading my Bible. I have this Year in the Bible devotional that I've been going through for a few months now. It's like spending a little bit of quality time with the Lord, reading His Word. This is what truly guides my path. I'm going to take a little time to do the business stuff and then get down to the real business. And then I'm going to go out and get my walk in. So I'll be back in just a little bit. I want to read a little Bible verse to you. It just stood out to me because it was something that I read right after I said that I like to take that time in the mornings to spend with the Lord. And I opened up to Psalms chapter 1, and I just want to read it to you. I just feel to do it, and I'm going to do it. So it says in Psalms chapter 1, verse 1 through 3, just 3 little verses. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers, but his delight is on the law of the Lord, the law of the Lord. And on the law he meditates on it day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatsoever he does prospers. I think that it is so important in our daily lives to take time to spend with God. I think that for me, He's my anchor. He's my jam. Jesus is my jam. I've been cleaning out my closet, which is something I'm going to do later on today. I don't know if I'm going to let you in there. It's pretty messy, but sometimes you have to be messy in order to clean and organize. I have everything pulled out. I'm getting rid of some clothes. It's a whole thing. But I found this shirt last night, so I thought I would wear it. Jesus is my jam. And I love this old school radio. Do you guys remember the boom boxes in the 80s? I just love it. But He's my anchor. And I can't make it throughout the day, throughout my journey, throughout my life, the things that have happened in my life without Him. I can't imagine what it would be living my life without having God to turn to for even the tiny things. I go to God for everything. He's the one that led me to this healthy lifestyle. I have shared my story about how I was praying for God to give me some answers on how I could receive healing in my body. God led me this way, and I have never for 1 second looked back. I trust in Him wholeheartedly. I believe that He's in control of every circumstance, situation in my life. So anytime I need anything, I go to Him. He's my Father. He is the one that will always be there no matter what. So I was not planning on sharing all of that, but sometimes I feel to say things because I feel like it's what God is wanting me to share. It's on my heart really strong, and it was for somebody out there. So I don't know what else to say. I'm going to go ahead and finish here, and then I'm going to go out for my walk. All right, so I'm out for my walk. Isn't it beautiful out here? I just love it. I didn't feel like it. I certainly didn't feel like getting out today and walking. Walked twice yesterday. I went for my 2-mile walk in the morning, and then last night I went for, it was about halfway, so it was about like another additional mile on top of all the walking that I did throughout the day. I'm not a sedentary person. I am on the move all day long, but getting out and actually walking, wearing the weighted vest, it really does create more of a workout than just walking around the house. I didn't feel like it today at first, but I thought, you know what? I got to do it because I have a goal that I want to move every day. I'm wearing my tracker here because I'm working on increasing my steps throughout the day and calorie burning, something that it's not been a concern to me over the past 4 years I've been doing this. Something I really haven't thought a lot about is calories in and burning calories. Lately, it's been on my mind to work on increasing my activity and burning some calories and monitor the amounts of food that I am eating. I'm a volume eater. I like to fill my plate and make sure that I'm getting enough food in each meal. You know, I only eat 2 times a day, sometimes 3. And so I have been working on eating a little less. And you know what? I'm not hungry. I'm still not hungry, even though I've lessened the amount of food that I'm eating. For instance, we went out yesterday for our first meal after Ed's doctor appointment, and I got the ribeye steak. And I could have, no problem, finished that big ribeye. I'll put a picture right here. It was big. And I only ended up eating half of it and some asparagus, and I had a little side salad. And I looked at that half of steak on the plate and I was like, man, it's so good. I just want to finish it. But I didn't. And you know what? I wasn't hungry. When we left the restaurant, I was completely satisfied. I'm learning that I can eat a little bit less volume-wise. I can add in some very low-calorie foods, like filler foods, like lettuce. You know, things that can bulk up your meal that you're eating that's low in calories. And I haven't been very cautious. I don't know, that's not the right word, but I haven't been very watchful on the amount of, like, say, my homemade ranch dressing. It's very good. It's very, very, very low carb, but it's high in calories. I've just been drizzling whatever amount I think is going to be good, and that's a lot, on my salad. Things like that I need to back off on, because I think that those extra calories are causing me to not lose this last little bit of weight. So I'm just being more mindful about the amounts of things that I'm eating, because I'm determined to get a little bit more weight off. I'm just determined, okay? So getting my walk in, and then when I get back to the house, I have to do a little house cleaning. I just need to vacuum and start some laundry, you know, the little basic things around the house. And then we're going to have our first meal. See you when I get back to the house. Something important that I forgot to mention earlier when I first started my walk that I believe is all a part of getting a good night's sleep first thing in the morning. Does that make sense? No, but it will make sense when I talk to you about it. We're going to be talking about how to prioritize sleep, how I prioritize sleep. You may do it differently, but I'm just going to give you some tips on how I do it. Sleep is very important, not only for weight loss, but it's also important for many other things, your health overall. And one of the things that I like to do every day is, I'm backwards, it's supposed to be turned this way for this part. Let sun into my eyes. When you first wake up in the morning, you need to go out. I'm going to turn around. They say that you shouldn't look through a window. You need to get real sun into your eyes. And I know some days it's not sunny. Some days it's really overcast. Still, that daylight needs to go into your eyes. So just a few minutes when you wake up, go outside and look at the sky. Don't stare right into the sun. That's not going to be good. Burn your eyeballs out, right? But you're going to want to look and get light into your eyes. And I wear glasses. They also say, experts, I'm not an expert, experts say to do it without your glasses, because your glasses can block some of that good stuff, you know, those rays that can get into your eyes. So you want to make sure you take your bare eyeballs like this and go outside like this and just look up at the sky and get some light in your eyes. It signals your brain that it is time to wake up, and you start to wake up. If you wake up in the morning and you sit in a dark room, You're going to feel drowsy. You're going to still want to sleep. So if you get up and go into the daylight, and it needs to be the daylight, not like a lamp or something like that. It needs to be real, what God made for us, right? So it signals your brain it's time to wake up, and you start to wake up. And then that helps for later on. I'll get into that later on when it's time to go to sleep tonight. I'm not going to get into that yet, but it does help you when you do that in the morning to start your day to get a better night's sleep. Also, exercise, something that I'm doing right now. I find that I sleep much better. Remember my dreams. So, I know I'm sleeping harder when I get activity during the day, lots of activity like exercise, and I'm really intentionally working out my body, not just getting up and cleaning house. I mean, that stuff is counted as activity and exercise, but when you wear yourself out, you're going to sleep good. Exercise, light in the eyes are one thing that I'm doing to help improve my sleep at night. And I just wanted to share that because a lot of women that I work with don't get a good night's sleep. And just taking some time throughout the day to do some little things can help you to sleep better at night. So just wanted to share that. I'll be home soon. It's 10 o'clock and we are doing a little bit of cleanup. Forgot to stop my walk earlier today. Ed just left to go take the trash to our transfer station. We don't have trash pickup here around the lake. We have to drive our trash to a transfer station that's a mile or so away. So he went to do that, and I'm just gonna wipe everything down in here and run the vacuum and that kind of stuff. We have one of those whole house vacuums. It's kind of annoying with the big hose, but it's actually pretty nice. It came with the house. It was here when we moved here. And there are outlets throughout the house. There's one in this room. There's one in the hallway. There's one upstairs. There's a dustpan under one of the cabinet doors. You click it on and you just sweep everything in there, and it goes all the way out to the garage in a big canister. And it's really nice, but yeah, dragging around this hose, it's a little bit of a workout. Might be kind of odd, but I just want to tell you about this. So this is our little guest bathroom. It's the bathroom right off of where the patio is for the hot tub and that. This bathroom gets used quite a bit when we have company, when the kids are outside running in and out to go potty. But I want to show you something. This is a product. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have a link. I get this at Walmart. This is the best toilet cleaner. I love it. It's the pink stuff. Not too long ago, I showed you the pink stuff paste that I use to clean out the inside of my air fryer and a lot of different things. It works on a lot of different things. And I got this toilet cleaner and it's empty. I have to go get some more. It's pink. When you put it in the potty, it makes the water pink. I like that. But it also smells very pleasant and it cleans very well. And so I just wanted to show you this. This is a great toilet cleaner. Their cleaning products are great. I also have one for upholstery and carpet stains, like with the pets and that kind of thing. You can just spray it and clean it. It works really well too. So just wanted to show you that. This bathroom's done. I am just about done with housework. I have to go outside and water my plants. And that is it. It is 11 o'clock and we are gonna have breakfast at noon. So I'll be back to show you that. So I'll see you then. I am getting ready to have some water with some Electrolytes. I'll be using the raw unflavored, just electrolytes, sodium, magnesium, and potassium. The raw is what I've been drinking during my fasting window. So I'm gonna be taking this bottle of, I think there's about 20 ounces, 24 ounces, somewhere in there, of ice water. And I'm gonna be putting this entire packet into this water. It dissolves quickly, and the raw unflavored just tastes like salty water, which is something that I have found that during my fasting window, that's what I crave. And salt is very satisfying. Sometimes if you take a little bit of salt from your salt shaker and put a little bit on your tongue when you're fasting, there's just something about it. It's very satisfying. I don't know, just try it. Element is a great way to replace your electrolytes, especially when you are fasting, because when you eat very low carb or fasting, your body gets rid of fluid. It just flushes water out, and when you lose that water, your electrolytes go out with it. So it's important to avoid having dehydration symptoms, headaches, fatigue, dizziness, muscle cramps, that kind of thing, to replace your electrolytes. Now, Element has an offer for my viewers. If you go to the link that is right here on the screen at drinkelement.com/low carb revelation, the link is down below this video at the top of the description. You can click on the link, go to Element's website, make a purchase of anything on the website, and Element will send you a free sample pack with your order so you can try different flavors. This one right here is the raspberry salt. This is really good too. They have a good variety of flavors. They taste really good. By the way, you can use that link as many times as you want. So when you're out, when you need to place another order, you can just go to my link and you will get another free sample pack with your order. So these are great to carry in your car or in your bag, or just gift it to a friend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that laundry, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. All right, I am taking a break. It's 11:30, and I just wanna say, full transparency, I do not clean my entire house every day like I did today. I vacuumed, I washed the floors just in the living room and the traffic areas. I dusted the furniture, I organized a couple of cabinets. I was just in a cleaning mood. I normally every day pick up, clean, you know, just the normal little stuff. But today was just a deep cleaning day. So Ed just asked me if I'm getting hungry, and I said yes. He's in the garage just organizing some things out there. I guess he's in a cleaning mood too. And so we're gonna get breakfast made, and I'll be back to show you what we're having for breakfast. It is 11:45, and Ed is lighting the grill because we are gonna have steak and eggs. And I have 2 flat iron steaks that I got from Butcher Box. I'm gonna open these. This is the steaks. They're like this. And I have 4 of them here. I didn't realize that there was 2 in each pack. So they're already thawed. We're gonna go ahead and cook them up. So I have some campfire seasoning. I just get it local at our little Amish market. It's steak seasoning. And I just sprinkle that on both sides. So he's gonna grill the steaks. I'll be back. All right, I also have my supplements here that I'm gonna take. So I used to take my supplements right when I got up in the morning, just because that's when I was thinking about it and I didn't want to forget later on in the day. So I was taking my supplements, and I take quite a few here, and I was feeling very nauseous every morning. And I'm like, why am I nauseous? It's because I was taking them on an empty stomach. So now I wait till after I have my breakfast and then I take my supplements. So I'm just going to show you what I have here. I have some zinc. I take 2 of those a day. I have vitamin K2D3, 1 of those. I take moringa, 3 of those every day. I take hyaluronic acid. I take 2 of those a day. So I have 2 beef organ supplements. This is from Primal Queen. And I take a cod liver oil supplement. And that is it for now. So got my little shot glass of supplements I'm gonna take after I get done with my dinner or breakfast. We've got a hunk of flat iron steak and 3 eggs cooked over medium, iced coffee and strawberries. Just got done with breakfast, and I'm already thinking about dinner. I like to prep things ahead of time so that they're ready to go when we're ready to eat. So we are going to be having some chicken fajitas later and a little bit of steak fajita because we decided to only cook 2 of those flat iron steaks with our eggs instead of all 4. And so I cut those up into little strips. Not too long ago, I did a video on a couple of greenhouses that we went to. The one greenhouse had some different farmers market items, and I picked up this Alden's Millhouse fajita mix. Give me a little close up here. And it says on the back, it's sea salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic, onion, cumin, and paprika. 2 tablespoons per pound of meat or to taste, and 1/4 cup of water. So I am gonna go ahead and get these kind of mixed up together with the seasoning. Ooh, that smells really good. So I'm gonna put the chicken in a bowl, and I'm gonna grab a little bit bigger of a bowl. This is 3 chicken breasts that I just sliced up. Wash my hands. And in this bowl here, I'm gonna put the steak. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this cutting board, and I'm gonna cut up some green pepper and some onions. I'm gonna do that in just a minute. But I'm gonna take some of this and sprinkle it on the meat. And I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil because that's something that I usually put in my fajitas. And then I'll just put a little bit of the water just to add a little bit of moisture. And so I'm gonna use my hands because, you know, that's my favorite kitchen tools to use. And I'm gonna just mix this up. Thing for the steak. I'm gonna mix it the exact same way. And then I'm gonna cut up the green peppers and onions and put them in a bowl. And I'm just gonna put all these bowls in the refrigerator until it's time for dinner. And then when dinner time comes, Ed just has to throw everything on the griddle and just get it all griddled up. And we'll have a few toppings. I'll have some cheese and some sour cream and some salsa to put on the side. And I think it's gonna be a great dinner. So I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff mixed up and I'll be back. I just got done shredding up some cheese. So I realized that I didn't have any Colby Jack cheese, which is what I like to use on my tacos, fajitas, and that kind of thing. So the other day we went to the cheese shops in Pinconning. If you missed that video, I'll try to remember to link it at the end. But I bought this cheddar chili lime cheese. It was just a little block and I wanted to try it. I love chili lime. So I thought, well, I'll shred that up and we'll use that. So that's gonna be our cheese for our fajitas. It is 2 o'clock and I'm done with all my work. I did a lot today. Normally, like I said, I don't do a full house cleaning like I did today, but it was time. And so I just took care of that stuff today. And I got dinner prepped and ready. So it's all ready to go. We have a couple, 2-3 hours before we're gonna eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and relax for a couple of hours. I am gonna sit here and edit some videos and check my emails. I usually do that midday just to check on everything. And then that's going to be about it until dinner time. Sorry for that weird shadow. It must be this pole up here above my head. So, all right, we are in the outdoor kitchen. It is 5 o'clock and we are cooking, or Ed's cooking. I brought my tortillas out. These are Egg Life tortillas, 50 calories each, 0 carb, pretty much. Check it out. We got chicken, beef, and green peppers and onions. It's wonderful. Oh my Lanta. Woohoo! That looks great. All right, this is what I'm having. A steak fajita and a chicken fajita. And I have peppers and onions. I'm gonna put some cheese on these. Sorry, I'm eating a bite of steak. And then I'm gonna put a little sour cream, little salsa, and bon appetit. Ed, you did a good job. All right, we got leftovers. I'm gonna get the kitchen cleaned up and I'll be right back. After dinner every night, we clean up the kitchen, we get the dishes done, get everything put away. I set up the coffee pot for the next morning. I have it on a timer, it's on a delay, and it will start in the morning at 6 a.m. and we'll wake up to fresh brewed coffee. Speaking of coffee, I am making a little latte right now. It's a decaf latte. This is a decaf sweet vanilla, and it's unsweetened. It just has the essence of vanilla flavoring to it. And then I'm gonna have a little dessert. I'm gonna show you that in just a minute. All right, I'm gonna sit in Ed's seat so you get to see a view of the water. So I have my latte here, my decaf latte, and I have a little bit of low-fat milk that I whipped up in my my milk frother and sprinkled a little cinnamon on top. And I'm gonna have 2 bonbons. Check it out. So do you all remember a couple weeks ago I made the ice cream bars out of the protein powder and the yogurt, and I put them on a stick, put some pecans on there, dipped them in chocolate. One of my viewers commented that I should make them into bonbons, and I started thinking, I wonder how I could do that. So I made it exactly the same way. I have a cookie scoop, makes this size cookies. I scoop them onto parchment on a baking sheet, little bonbons. And then I put them in the freezer and let them freeze overnight. Next day, I melted some sugar-free chocolate chips and dipped the tops of these in there, put them back in the freezer, and they're delicious. But like a little ice cream bar. It's delicious. So I'm gonna sit here and enjoy these 2 bonbons. I'm having 2 with my coffee. And then when I come back, I'm gonna start to talk to you about sleep and how I wind down for the evening and get ready for bed. I'm gonna try to do it quickly because this is gonna be a long video. I've been editing it throughout the day, and it's gonna be the longest video I think I've made. So you may have to watch it in parts. I don't know if you don't have time to sit and watch the whole thing. Get one of these, I'll be back to talk to you about how I prepare myself for bedtime. All right, it is 7:30. Usually by this time I have closed out my video and I'm done for the night, but I'm gonna continue recording to show you my nighttime routine. Typically after we have dinner, we just kind of relax. Ed is already up in the movie theater. He went up there to watch some TV, and I told him I wanted to film some things down here. I just start to wind down and do my best to relax. Something that I like to have is sparkling water. This is just plain unflavored sparkling water. And I just pour it into a glass. And I usually do this every night. Whoops, I just missed the glass. It's getting late. So I pour it into a glass like that. And then I take a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I'm into a new bottle. I finished a whole bottle this size of apple cider vinegar. I've never done that before. Usually I would start drinking it, and it would sit in the cupboard for a long time, but I've been really consistent with having apple cider vinegar in my sparkling waters. There are a lot of good benefits to having a little bit of apple cider vinegar every day. One thing experts say that it helps do in the evening when you have some is to regulate your blood sugar and just kind of bring it down and, help that. So I just take a shot of it, just, I don't know, a tablespoon or so in my water. I actually don't mind that vinegary taste at all. I sometimes have kombucha too, and I enjoy that vinegary taste. We are going to go into the bathroom. I'm going to take you in there with me, and I'm going to show you my skincare routine at night. Very simple routine that I have at night. And then I'm going to show you a couple of other tips that I think help me with sleeping at night. All right, you are in my bathroom now. I think you've been in here before. I have the water running. I want it to get nice and hot. My bathroom water, for some reason, takes forever to get hot. So I first cleanse my face, and I use Purely Tallow products. They're amazing. I have an affiliate discount with Purely Tallow. Serena over at Carb Revelation, she makes these products in her home. They are amazing. So this is the facial cleansing oil. I love this stuff, all right? I'm afraid to run out of the stuff, so much so I just opened a new jar. The first jar is gone, and I ordered another one just the other day so I could have it as a backup because this stuff is amazing. Now this is the facial oil cleanser, the unscented. This is made out of grass-fed beef tallow, organic castor oil, wild camel hump fat, and emu oil. It's amazing. It feels so good on your skin. And so what I do now, because this is fat, this is made out of beef fat. I don't like this going down my drain, just like bacon grease or any kind of oil that I use. I don't pour it down my drains because I'm afraid it's going to plug them up. So I use disposable face cloths. I get them on Amazon, and I'm trying to find where this opens up. It's just like a paper towel basically, but it's not rough like a paper towel. And you can just use this to wash your face with and throw it away. I'm doing it this way to protect my drains. So I get some of this on here and I just wash my face with it. I use it on my eyelashes to take off my mascara. I don't have a whole lot of makeup on today, but I do have a little bit. So if I were to stand there watching me. All right. I'm going to go around one more time and clean everything. It feels so good that honestly, when you're using this, you don't even feel like you have to have a moisturizer afterwards because it feels so nourishing on your skin when you're cleansing it. You can see all my dirt, my makeup on my face. And I just go around and get all the little residue off. And then this one cloth every night gets tossed and I save my drains. Just like a paper towel. All right. So I also have this overnight mask that I love. This has grass-fed beef tallow, emu oil, wild camel hump fat, and lavender, frankincense, which is really good for aging skin, and Roman chamomile essential oils. All right. So I don't put this on yet. I'm going to go in there and show you what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. I have a red light now and I do red light therapy. So I'm going to go in there and do that for about 10-15 minutes. Then I'm going to put my overnight mask on. All right. I have my red light therapy machine sitting here on my desk. I did a whole review on this recently. You can go back and watch the video on this. I really like this a lot. I feel like I am experiencing some really good healthy benefits from this. I just usually turn this on. Like that. Okay, ooh, all right. So I just sit here and typically I have a like tank top on or a cami where I can let it hit my neck and shoulders and all of my upper body. You can do it without clothes if you want, but we're not doing that here today. I'm not really too good at sitting with my eyes closed for very long. So I try to take this time and do it in the evening because this is part of a relaxation exercise for me as well, because I'm just going to sit here and not look at my phone, not look at the computer, not look at TV. I'm not playing any music or anything. I'm just going to sit here and just have some relaxing time, some quiet time in my mind. My cat is clawing my leg though. I'm trying to relax and she's clawing my leg. It's part of my nightly routine now for relaxing. I have my water. Come on, you can come up here. Come on. There's something about just calming your mind and being very quiet before we go to bed because our lives are so rushed. My day today was so full and busy. It's a good time to pray. So I'm going to do that for the next 10-15 minutes, and then I will be back to show you the rest of my routine. All right, I'm back in my bathroom. I sat there for about 12 minutes, got some red light therapy, and got to just relax and kind of unwind. And now I'm going to put on my overnight mask. I just put this on everything, my eyelids. I run it down my neck, on my chest. It smells amazing. And it feels amazing. It's very nourishing. I just put it on my lips and everything. It's great. I already brushed my teeth. I didn't want to show you that. Some things just need to be kept private, you know. I don't like brushing my teeth and letting everybody see. I do wear retainers at night when I go to bed. I had braces as an adult in my 40s. I got braces. And ever since then, I have slept every single night with retainers, and so I put those in right before I go to sleep. Just a little tidbit about me. So let's go in here and I'll talk to you more about how I prepare myself to go to sleep. All right, so it is about bedtime for me. I usually go to bed around 9:30 or so, but I want to talk to you about some other things that I do between dinner time and bedtime to help wind down for the night besides the skincare stuff. So as I was talking this morning about letting that light get into your eyes and signal your brain to wake up, I think it's just the opposite when it's time to go to bed at night. We need to really limit bright lights from inside the house. I have lamps around the house. You can see here, I have a little soft lamp. Now they do have like orange light bulbs, red light bulbs that you can put in your lamps and use those in the evening. I'm not that extreme yet. Who knows? Maybe one day I will. But I think that just soft lighting is good. Turn off the overhead lights in the evening. Something that I've been doing at night is wearing blue blocker glasses. These are my prescription blue blockers. I get them from Zenni Optical. You can get blue blocker just glasses from Amazon. You can get them from a lot of different places now. You just want to make sure they're legit and that they are truly blue blocker glasses. But I wanted prescription ones because I wear prescription glasses when I read. And right after dinner, I usually come and brush my teeth because it helps me not to eat anymore. Wash my face, do all my skin stuff. And then I put these glasses on and I leave them on anytime I am looking at any screens at night. If I'm looking at my phone, if I'm looking at TV, if I'm looking at my laptop, my iPad, any kind of screens, I have these on because there is blue lights in the screens that act like daylight. They go into your eyes, just like when I was talking earlier today, when that daylight goes into your eyes, your brain thinks that that is daylight and it's keeping you awake. And I think that that is one of the reasons why people cannot go to sleep at night, because they're looking at screens, they're looking at TV, they're looking at all of these devices. The brain is not getting a signal that it is time to wind down and start to get ready for bed. So these have been huge in helping me to be able to get ready for bed. I've forgotten these when I've gone down to visit my kids, and I can tell a difference when I don't have these on in the evenings and I'm watching TV or looking at devices or anything like that. This is something very legit, very important that I think that really helps people to let your brain know that it is time to start shutting down because you're not getting that light in there anymore for the rest of the night, right? Another thing I think that keeps a lot of people up is exercise in the evening. When you exercise, for me, when I exercise, I get a burst of energy. I get that adrenaline rush when I do any kind of exercises. When I go out for walks, it makes me want to come home and clean house and do stuff. So I think that when you exercise late at night before bed, it can disrupt your sleep. Another thing is lavender. I have some whipped tallow from Purely Tallow that has lavender in it. It smells amazing. And sometimes at night, this is just beef tallow. And sometimes I will just take that and rub it on my hands and arms and just have that smell of lavender. It's very soothing, very relaxing, and it can help too. One more thing I forgot to say was Sometimes if I'm not feeling tired, I will get in the hot tub and in the evening, and that will help me relax too. If you don't have a hot tub, you can take a hot bath. And there's just something about the hot water. You could put some lavender drops in there, some lavender oil. There's something about having that bath that really helps to relax you as well. Our room is like a cave at night. We have room darkening curtains. We have went around and Ed put tape on. We have a smoke detector in the room here, and it has a little green light on it. He put tape over that light. We have a TV in here. We had a little light on the bottom. He put tape over that. We made it completely dark in here. We also keep our room cool at night. In the wintertime, I don't even have the vent open in this room because we like a cooler room to sleep in, because a cooler room is better than a hot room for sleeping. Those are just some tips that help me. I'm gonna go ahead and get under the covers here and go to sleep. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was very long and chatty, but I wanted to share a whole day to night, day in the life with you so that I could share these tips with you. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you really soon. God bless.